The past few days were the first time I've had to get back to New York City since the September 11th attacks. So naturally, I have yet to get back there and see the monuments that were built on Ground Zero. I want to talk about something that I learned when I was there that I didn't know about here in just a moment. But for those of you that don't know what they did, the exact footprints of the two towers that were hit and fell, the exact footprints of those two towers have been turned into exact footprint-sized waterfalls that go inward. I'll show you here in a moment with the engraved names of all of the victims from the towers on the memorial. So this is what I'm talking about. It's a giant waterfall that goes in and then falls into another center pit. And it's the exact footprint of the tower, and there are two of these, one for each tower, obviously. And then along the sides, this is all metal. You can see the names engraved in, and obviously they have these small American flags in the names for the 4th of July weekend. And there are a ton of volunteers walking around the site, answering questions from anybody that had a question. We had a few questions. They stopped, they talked. They're just absolutely amazing people, and there are a bunch of them all over the site at any given point in time, and they're the ones that put these little flags in and whatnot. They also put in these white roses. If you see something like this or a different colored flower or something of that nature, that was left by the family. But the volunteers at Ground Zero put these white roses into the carved out names of the victims on their birthdays. And there are so many victims that there is at least one birthday from this memorial every day. So the volunteers go around and they put these white flowers into the names of the victims on their birthday, take a photograph of it every year, and make sure that that picture gets to this victim's family every year. So, if you ever do find yourself going to Ground Zero and you see a white flower in a name, it means that that victim's birthday is that day. The site itself is absolutely amazing to see. It is truly a living monument to what happened there that day. There's a museum on site. If you recall, between the two towers, there was this big golden globe outdoor art structure. You've seen it in all the 9/11 videos when the firemen and policemen that were walking around down at ground level. That got damaged somewhat by falling debris, but it's still there. It's saved, and they have it set to the side, and it's there as part of the living monument to this. Without a question of a doubt, the most stunning memorial I've ever been to. I've never been to a bunch of the memorials in Washington, D.C., so I don't have a frame of reference. A few of the memorials in Washington, D.C., but this was, as somebody from the generation that I'm from, where we were adults when this happened. I was working the day it happened. I was at the Barrington Fire Department, doing landscaping when this happened. So, being an adult, a young adult when this happened, and starting a family and whatnot and what have you, and seeing that this thing happened that literally changed the world, and then going to the site and seeing what they did in remembrance of these folks and this event it's amazing what they've done. In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, my knee-jerk response was build the towers again. Fuck them. Don't let them win. Rebuild the towers exactly as they were. And then I was like, well, maybe we rebuild the towers exactly as they were, but we leave the floors that got hit open with just glass where you can see all the way through it. But clearly it's best that nobody listens to me, because what they ended up doing as a memorial is far better, way more meaningful. And to the volunteers that go out there, and we spoke to this woman and said, this all volunteer? Yep, we come out here every day and we do this on a volunteer basis to help everybody remember what happened here. it's it leaves you speechless in the moment.